everyone, Thempire here with more new cards. Konami has finally decided to give us the rest of Doom of Dimensions, which includes a few little one-off cards and some big lore drops. Additionally, there was some new stuff for a new structure deck and a lot of other stuff. Let's just get talking to it. There's so much stuff here that I don't even have them in order because I was just pulling them as I found them from Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's just go through them all. I've been gone for 3-4 days, basically. So a lot of stuff collected up, but I was collecting stuff anyways because I don't really like to do videos with just one card. I like to let a bunch of cards kind of come together. I really prefer that. So, here we are with a bunch of cards. First up, we have a new Kage to Kage, Onomado Kage. So first up, this card is always treated as a Zubababa, Gaga, Go Go Go, and Do card, so it is every Onomat at once. It's level 4 Dark Reptile with 1100 attack and 1500 defense, same stats as Kage to Kage, I believe, if I remember correctly. You can usually use the first deck of this card once per turn. If you control a Zubababa, Gaga, Go Go Go, or Do monster, and this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special this card, but banish it when it leaves the field, which is a little bit more specific than Kage to Kage, but, it's a free 4. You can manage this card from your graveyard, return it to 2 Xyz monsters from your graveyard to your extra deck. So the thing about this card is, does Onomat really need another rank 4, like level 4 extender? Like, is that really what Onomat needs? The cool thing about this is that it counts as every single Onomat at the same time. I think that's the most important part of this card, honestly, is the fact that it is every Onomat card at the same time, much like Utopic Zexal or whatever the heck it's called. That's not it. Utopic Onomat, I believe, is what it's called. And so the fact that it is a free extender that also counts as every single type in the archetype, that might be helpful. I'm not sure. The other effect to banish the card for the graveyard, return to 2 Xyz monsters, is pretty cool. For a deck that really goes through its Xyz monsters, I think that's actually pretty useful. So this is a cool card. I'm not sure how useful it is, but I think it has a place. Next up, we have Lost Art Promotion Art. This is really funny because 2 of these cards are like brand new. Goddess of the Two Sides is that new coin flip support card that was I think it was actually what was that, just a free agent? It must have been a free agent. I can't imagine a TCG exclusive has a Lost Art, right? So it must have just been a free agent in the same set as the Arcana Force. And then we have Backup Adagnister, the backup secretary that turned into an Adagnister and has, big at sets, if you catch my drift. And then we have Otohime, which is actually a really cool one. I didn't even know Blackwing Armed. Oh, I guess he's because he got a gun. Right. Blackwing Armed Wing, of course, has a Lost Art because he has a gun. And you can't have a gun like that. And in Magical Muster Calamity, I guess. I wonder if we're going to get more of the Magical Musters. I imagine more of them also have their shit censored. Although, actually, she might have been censored because of what she's wearing, which appears to be mostly belts. Is this a life belt? Like, what the fuck? Why is she wearing mostly belts? All right. Next up, some actual new cards. We have Infernal Punisher. Normal spell card. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of these effects as this card's name once per turn. Add a water dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand, and if your opponent controls a monster, special summon the added monster. Or you could tribute a monster, special summon a level 6 or higher 6 or higher fire monster. Ooh, a little bit of a tongue twister, a little rhyming, a little lyrical miracle here. Hand, deck, or graveyard, but its effects are negated unless it is a fiend monster. Can you think of a deck that would like to summon a level 6 or higher fiend monster? Nah, me neither. So this is made to work with the stupid Chthonic cards that Chaz plays. Infernal Incinerator, sure. And the Water Dragon. That whatever the fuck his name uses. He's barely on the show. He disappears partway through. Like, who cares what his name is? The question is, what are you going to do with these? So one cool thing though is that's a light. Damn. There's not really a good water monster, except for there is one, a water dinosaur that's actually pretty good. Can I? Where's the advanced? There's the advanced search. So if we go dinosaur, water, not this, Megalo Smasher X. Does it have a? It's doesn't have a level requirement either, so you could actually go Frostosaurus on this too. The important part is getting a normal water monster on the field for pacifists. So you can do some fun pacifist stuff with this card. I would probably go with Megalo Smasher X because it only special summons if your opponent controls a monster. But Frostosaurus is also funny. I guess you could go Cavazals too, but Megalo Smasher X is bigger. Obviously, you can go Hydrogeddon or Deuterion. Deuterion is actually like a pretty good card. But it doesn't really do anything on its own, so I don't know. They did recently print a new card for the Water Dragon archetype. So if we reset these filters here, I don't remember the name of it. I hope just typing Water Dragon will get us there. Light Water Dragon, there we go. This guy, who's also always treated as Water Dragon, lets you special summon 3 level 5 or lower dinosaur monsters, water or wind from your deck in defense position, but defense negated. Effects are negated, and special summon the extra deck for their specifics for dinosaur and sea serpent monsters. This guy is like really powerful, and could theoretically set up a Deuterion off of Infernal Punisher. But I just don't think there's really enough here yet for like an actual deck. Konami, you're gonna have to actually sit down and design a whole deck for this thing instead of just putting out individual cards that kind of don't do anything together. And as for like the Infernal Punish, the Infernal whatever the fuck, Infernal Incinerator, I don't even know anything about that card. What is that? What is that card? Infernal Incinerator. I legit thought it was supposed to be the Chthonic stuff, like the Chthonic Dragon or whatever the fuck. This card can only be normal summon or set by discarding all other cards in your hand and attributing one card you control with 2,000 or more attack. This card gains 200 attack for each monster your opponent controls. This card gains loses 500 for each monster you control. And its tribute 1 to special summon it from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but its effects are negated unless it's a fiend. Wow, this card's like terrible. It does reflect the like you have to tribute guy. This card's awful though. That's crazy. But there's lots of other things you can do that are like with Fire Fiends. For instance, you don't have to get a Fire Fiend. You could just get a fire monster that you want to use as material for something. But if you want to stick to Fire Fiends, field? I guess that's for spells. It's still using the name here. Okay, there we go. There is literally every Infernoid. It's 6 or higher, right? 6 or higher? You had to tribute a monster, but I can think of a monster you might be okay with tributing. They all say must be special summon though, except for the fusion. So, but that's a level 1 guy. I wonder, does the big fusion say that? I don't remember actually. Does Tiara, when this card is fusion summoned, like you could get this back, but it doesn't do anything unless it's fusion when it's like on fusion summon. But DDD has some. Oh yeah, Flame King Genghis is like a really good card. let me let me just go ahead and type in. Oh, it doesn't have. Yeah, it's only gonna say level 6. It doesn't let me do. Doesn't let me do it. Okay. Oh, Hellshadal Hollow. That's kind of interesting. It doesn't really help too much. But what I was really thinking about is Flame Ogre. No, it can't be special summon. But that's really funny though. I always forget about Flame Ogre. He's such a nice. Oh my god, it's doing the thing. Okay, so let me just say while I do this, what I'm thinking of is Unchained. Unchained. Oh, I'm blanking on which one it is. I've done a lot of Sharvara. There it is. I've been doing a lot of cleaning today. A lot of summer cleaning, I guess. There's also a new. We're gonna actually touch on this card in a second here. This card also fits the bill, and it's a normal monster, so who cares if it's negated? Like that doesn't help you a lot, but I guess it could let you do like a what do you call it? A primite stuff. I don't know. It doesn't seem great to me though. Anyways, next card, Decoy. So Otani, for those who don't know, is like a crazy good baseball player, who's like really popular in both Japan and America, like a really big crossover hit for both regions who are very into baseball. And he has a dog named Decoy, I guess. And he's got a Yu-Gi-Oh card now. It's a light beast, level 1, normal monster with 50 attack, 50 defense. It says an angel of happiness descends on the Sacred Mountain. It's said that he lands among his partner with his partner in order to perform a special ritual known as the ceremonial first pitch. After charming everyone with his elegant coat of fur and his cute appearance, he finishes the ritual with a high five. The showtime, along with his partner, will go on. So that's pretty awesome, honestly. This is a one-of-a-kind card. You're not gonna get it, but that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, we have new tactical try support for Rescue Ace and Exosisters, but these are generic cards that are designed to support it from Doom of Dimensions. So we have a generic Fire Link 2. That's actually pretty cool because currently the generic Fire Link 2, there's obviously Nightmare Phoenix, which is a great card, but there's also Hita, which is a good card as well. But those both have like very specific applications. Let's see what this one does. Leviathan, the Burning Blade, Fire Warrior Link effect, 1000 attack, Link 2. 2 fire monsters. It's got pretty good arrows too, honestly. It's got the same arrows as Hita. You can only use the first attack of the card when once per turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute one other fire monster, then target a fire monster in your graveyard with the same original type but a lower original level, special summon in defense position. Okay, this card is crazy. Like this is, okay, so it has to tribute a fire monster, so that's not great. But the fact that it can get a fire monster in the graveyard with the same original type but lower original level and summon it is great. You know what this can get? You know what this can get? You know what this can get? Evoltile the Yugioh, baby! Let's fucking go! We can loop the Yugioh! Non-hard once per turn, let's fucking go! If a set card you spell trap will be destroyed by the opponent's card effect, you can banish this card instead. Okay. That's fine. This guy's fine in Rescue Ace. I feel like it's not that great, but it can let you cycle through your Rescue Ace cards, monsters. I mean, and it protects your field spell, which you usually only play one of. I guess it can protect your back row too. So it insulates you a little bit from like Harpy's Feather Duster or something like that. That's fine. I feel like if I was making Rescue Ace support cards, I would put in something that gives them a little bit of spell trap removal, but maybe that'll be in the deck itself. There has to be a wave. There's got to be, because everyone else is getting it. Every other deck seems to be getting this. Is like a wave of support to help them that is in archetype actually, instead of these off archetype ones. So if we could get some new Rescue Ace card, I think we've even seen a picture of one of them already. That maybe one of them will have spell trap removal. We'll see. Next up we have this card, Ichiki Sayori Hime. It's a light fairy spirit effect, level 4. Oh, cool. So the Exorcister support card is playing on the fact that the Exorcisters were playing the spirit package as a rank 4 engine. That's really cool. Cannot be special summoned. You can only use it for 6 ring once per turn. If this card is in your hand and you control a monster with 800 attack or defense, you can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon this card. Perfection. That's all you need. If this card is normal summon, you can add a level 4 light or dark monster with 800 attack or defense from your hand deck to your hand, except for this card. Wow, that is crazy. So that obviously gets you a lot of stuff. So like, first and foremost, does that fit any of the Exorcister cards themselves, or does it only fit those cards I was mentioning? No, it fits the Exorcisters. Is it 800 or lower? No, it's 800 attack or defense, yeah, specifically. And that fits every single Exorcister. I actually didn't know they were that consistent, that they always have an 800 somewhere in their stat line. That's cool. Specifically defense. It's all defense. Meanwhile, the higher level ones have the 1800, and then the double one has 2800. And then Gibbering is apparently as strong as 2, as far as defense goes. The ultimate nun in terms of not attack but defense. I'm trying to think of what the what are the names? Tama. Yeah, that also has the 800. Perfect. Oh, that's such a cool way to do it then. Oh, that's so cool. So it fits in perfectly with both of those lines. Oh, that's really cool. And then, of course, it has the spirit text during the end phase. If the normal summoner flip, return it to the hand. This is so fucking cool, though. This card is so cool. It really works for Exorcister, and it better integrates the support from this, like that fairy spirit support that they were already using. This is almost like this would be like if they fucking made a Cyberdark card that also supported Exorcisters, right? Like this is awesome. This is so cool. I love this card. I love it so much. I wish this one was like that, frankly. But I guess it does have some like it kind of links together the Rescue Ace and the like the Snake Eyes stuff that they were doing, where they were link spamming with Snake Eyes a little bit, because it is a link monster that they can make, but it doesn't quite do it as well, I don't think. All right, structure deck. We got a new structure deck featuring Yusei's cards on his birthday, no less. So let's see what they've got. We got a new Junk Warrior Extreme, a Dark Warrior Synchro, level 8, 2900 attack, 2300 defense. Pretty cool. It requires Junk Synchron. Unfortunate. You can only use this card's name and effects, or one and two effects once per turn. The thing about this though is that like Junk Synchron is like one of the best Synchron cards, so you probably do want to play that in a Synchron deck. But if this card is Secret Summon, you can special summon as many level 2 or lower monsters from your graveyard as possible. Their effects cannot be activated for the rest of the turn. You can only special summon once for the rest of this turn. Oh, weird. Okay, I was about to say this is like Junk Speeder 2. Like, okay, we're doing like you make Junk Speeder and then you make Junk Warrior Extreme off of that. Because it has the perfect levels for that too, because Junk Speeder is a 5. You go into this with a with the 3 Junk Synchron, which you can get from the deck with Junk Speeder, right? It kind of makes itself. But then it locks you to only one special for the rest of the turn, so you have to make it count, I guess. Weird. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish this card, especially when a junk synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Very weird. That's a very strange effect. Especially since you could only, if you use this effect, then this effect you can't use in the same turn. But I guess you're expecting to go first. Full Speed Warrior, a wind warrior. You can only use this card name once per turn. Card's name's effect once per turn. This card is almost summon or special summon. You can add a junk synchron or a spell that mentions junk warrior from your deck to your hand. Okay. Monsters that mention junk warrior and synchro monsters with warrior in the original name you control gain 900 attack during your battle phase only. This card sucks. That's terrible. Okay, so let's find things that mention junk warrior. Scrap Fist. Target a junk warrior you control. If it battles an opponent's monster this turn while you control it, apply these effects. Opponent can activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. If it attacks the defensive monster, inflicting piercing damage to your opponent, battle damage to your opponent. Double any battle damage your opponent takes. Can't destroy a battle. Destroy your opponent's monster in the battle during the end of the damage step. And just so we're clear, this guy does not count as junk warrior on the field, right? No. No, he does not. This card's dog shit. Dog shit. Wow, this one's really bad. That's that's insanely bad. What the fuck? Unless whatever this is crazy. Okay. Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. Earth Machine. Earth Machine. Level 2, 800, 800. You'll use this effect name once per turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you control a junk warrior or monster that mentions it, except for Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. Especially in this card, in the defense position, you can have special extra for turns over single monsters. Dog shit. There's better cards that do this exact same thing. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, Synchro Fellows, normal spell. You only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Add a Junk Synchron and one monster that mentions Junk Warrior or Stardust Dragon from your deck to your hand. Then discard one card. Okay, so let me get this straight. We are using the Full Speed Warrior to grab a card, a spell card, that just says add a monster that mentions Junk Warrior or Stardust Dragon for your deck to your hand. And also Junk Synchron. Is there another monster that mentions junk? I guess these guys do, right? So like you could get Full Speed Warrior or Anchor Bolt Hedgehog off of this. And then discard the Anchor Bolt Hedgehog that you added. I guess. And then you have Junk Synchron that you can use to like summon it as well. I guess. You can manage this card from your graveyard, then target a synchro monster you control. Decrease its level by 1. Then during your main phase this turn. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. You can manage this card from your graveyard and target one synchro monster you control. Decrease its level by 1. Then during the main phase this turn, you can normal summon one synchro monster or synchron monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You only get this effect once per turn. These cards suck. Why are these so bad? This is like crazy, dude. Do they think the deck is good or something? Like, do they think the deck is way better than it is and you have to be careful about making it too powerful? Like, what are you doing? This is a structure deck. What are you doing? Wow. Just awful. Just awful cards. So like what they want you to do, just to give this the full fairness, is Full Speed Warrior summons, grabs Synchro Fellows. Synchro Fellows adds Junk Synchron and Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. You can summon the Junk Synchron. It can summon back the Hedgehog. Then you can make some asshole with it. Probably Junk Warrior, perhaps. And then nothing, because you don't have another tuner. You just have a bunch of level 2 assholes on your field for no reason. But you can make Junk Speeder instead, and then you can actually continue playing. So Junk Speeder can summon a bunch of fuckers. And then you summon Junk Synchron as part of that. You use the fuckers you summon off of Junk Speeder and the fuckers you have on field. So you have, like, you can get the Anchor Bolt. You summon back the Anchor Bolt Hedgehog with the Junk Synchron. You get it back to the field. You synchro with it. Then you, I guess you synchro with it to make the Junk Speeder, and you have Full Speed Warrior still on field. Once you summon all those Synchrons, you can start synchroing them off. And then hopefully you've kept the Full Speed Warrior on field somehow, despite the fact that you're synchro summoning shit. And then you get the Anchor Bolt Hedgehog on field because it mentions Junk Warrior. And then you can synchro some more. And then you can, like, as your last synchro summon, make Junk Warrior Extreme and summon back some more fuckers from the graveyard. Like, get back the Warrior and the Hedgehog and maybe one of the tuners. It says 2 or lower, right? Yeah. So you can get some back like maybe one of the tuners if they're a low enough level. And then you can do exactly one more synchro. But that doesn't really fix the fundamental issue, which is you have to rely on Junk Speeder resolving. And that's really easy to stop. That's extremely easy to stop. It's a really big choke point for the deck. This just makes it. I think it makes it slightly. I don't even know. I don't even know what are the starters for the deck as it stands currently. If the deck already has 1-card starters, this is pointless. If it doesn't, it gives it a 1-card starter. So that's cool, I guess. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. The line I just described doesn't work because it requires you to normal summon twice. Hold up, wait. This lets you normal summon twice. Wait, you have to have a Synchro Monster on field. Never mind. You have to have a Synchro on field before you can normal summon twice with this card. Shit. Because it the line I'm thinking of requires you to normal summon Full Speed Warrior and then normal summon Junk Synchron to get off to the races. These cards are terrible, dude. Why are they this bad? This doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like I'm going insane here. They don't need to be this bad. The deck is already bad. You can make them better. It won't hurt. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Actually, the more I think about it, you need to keep this deck bad, actually. If this deck is ever good, it's going to be really annoying because it's just going to end on a bunch of stupid-ass big negate guys. Okay, never mind then. Keep them bad. Who gives a shit? All right, new Psychic cards. We have 2 new Psychic cards, 1 Fusion and 1 Synchro, to go along with the Psychic support we got last time around. The Banished Psychics, the Earth Psychics, however you want to call them. We have Axon Kicker Oracle, level 10 Earth Psychic Fusion effect monster with 2900 attack, 1000 defense. Requires a Psychic monster and a Synchro Ixies or Link monster. Hello, Super Poly. If we ever have a meta-relevant Synchro or a Psychic deck, they're going to get fucked by Super Poly. That's awesome. You can only use the second of third effects this card name once per turn. After this card is used, it gains 1000 attack for each Synchro Ixies and Link monster uses material until the end of the turn. Okay, so I was like, what is that? How does that? Okay, so what that means is, like, so it doesn't have a 1+, so it can gain 1000 attack or it can gain 2000 attack if the Psychic monster is also a Synchro Ixies or Link monster. Cool, sure. When your opponent will special summon a monster, quick effect, you can negate the summon if you do banish the monster. Damn, dog. This fusion summon this card is sent to the graveyard. You can banish it 1 teleport, normal, or quick play spell from your graveyard. Special summon this card. Wow, this card is actually really strong. Like, this is strong just as, like, a fusion monster you make in the Psychic deck with their new, like, teleport fusion spell, which then you can banish to get this guy back on the field. This card is absolutely insane as a super poly target. This is like the... If you are in a format where the format is psychic monsters, this is the absolute best super poly target in the fucking game. It's crazy. Like, this is insane. This is an insanely good super poly target. I guess the one thing it doesn't say is fusion on here. So if you're like running like a deck that runs super poly is often going to be a fusion deck. So it might not have synchro Xyz or links to put on their side of the field, but they might. Or you could put one in, right? Just like a generic link to or some shit like that. And then you can use it as super poly material. Obviously, you want to use your opponent's synchro Xyz or link material, right? Or link monster as material. But in an emergency, you might want to be able to make it on your own side of the field. But like other than that, this is like the perfect counter to any psychic deck. the easier you make it's funny. The easier you make a fusion monster to make, the more you have to worry about it being a super poly target. But yeah, this card is crazy. This one's crazy. And then we have Serene Psychic Sorceress, a level 6 Earth Psychic Synchro effect monster, 2400, 2200, a tuner and a non-tuner, generic. You can only use the first sticker. If this card is Secret Summon, you can pay 1,000 life points, set a teleport, normal, or quick play spell from your deck, graveyard, or banishment. Pretty good. That's pretty good already. If this Synchro Summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a card your opponent controls, or up to 2 if you control a Psychic Fusion or a Synchro monster. Return that card to the hand. Wow. So this is a really good card. It gets you into one of your teleports, either the fusion or the what was the... Hold up, let me look up the teleport cards so I remember all of them. Telepori. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so there's a parallel teleport. Treat a psychic monster with a level, especially with a level 7 or lower psychic monster in the deck or extra deck. The original level is different. You lose life points equal to the difference times 1,000. That's pretty cool, actually. That's a pretty cool one. There's also, of course, Teleport Fusion. That's the one I'm talking about where it makes you a fusion monster. And they gave you a really good target to make with that. So that's pretty cool. Battle Teleportation. If you control a face-up psychic monster, it's like that monster... it can attack your opponent directly. Okay. There's, of course, that's not a normal spell card. It only says quick or normal, doesn't it? So Battle Teleport doesn't really work, does it? None of them say trap, I don't think, now that I think about it. No, they don't say trap. They just say normal or quick play. Obviously, there's E-Tally. Like, the thing about this is, like... So, she grabs E-Tally. You E-Tally using... And then you get a tuner. You use her as material to synchro ladder. And then you have a synchro monster on the field to activate her effect. So you can target 2 cards your opponent controls and return them to the hand. That's awesome. It also works if you use her as fusion material. So that's pretty cool too. What does the fusion do again? Fusion them in vanishing psychic monster from the field or graveyard as material. Okay. She only activates if she's sent to the graveyard though. Assault Teleport. Return Assault mode monster from your deck to the hand. Draw 2 cards. From your hand to the deck, I mean. So you could get this, I guess. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could get that. That's funny, actually. These 2 cards are crazy. These are really good cards. And also, the Psychic deck can never be... Like, no matter how good the Psychic deck is, it'll always have the ultimate counter in Super Polymerization. Like, that's crazy, dude. Alright. Next up, we have a new guy. Ariquis, the Shining Mars Saint. A level 5 light pyro effect monster. I think this is just a generic guy. I don't know. He's just kind of around. You can special him, you can only special him with the way this... You can only special him with the way in this card's name moves 1 effect once per turn. You can only use this card's names 2 and 3 effect once per turn. I think there's a better way to word that, but whatever. If you have a face-up card in your spell trap zone, you can special this card from your hand. Okay, that's pretty easy. You can target 1 face-up spell trap you control, destroy it and discard, then draw 1 card. Sure. If this card is destroyed, you can target an Xyz monster you control, attach this card to it. Weird. I don't know what this is for. I don't know who this is. I don't know what he's for. This almost feels like the setup for a new lore, honestly. I'm not sure, but it feels like setup for a new lore. I don't know. Anyways, next up, like I said, here's this normal pendulum monster that's a new guy. He's a level 6 Fire Fiend pendulum normal monster with 2000 and a pendulum scale of 9. A bird monster that wields flickering flames and can shapeshift into all sorts of things. After switching back and forth from human to bird and from bird to human, it has forgotten its true self. Awesome. That's cool. Alright, time for the main event. It's fucking Doom-Z. It's fucking Doom-Z. MF Doom would have loved this. It's Archmage stuff. So we got new lore for the Archmage, and it seems to be a villain appearing, heavily connected to clocks. Interesting. Okay, so the idea here is cyber dragon people. They're people, and they're cyber, and they're dragons. What more could you want? And they want the Archmages? Like, they don't like the Archmages or something? I don't know. They're Doomsday themed, though. Doom-Z 0, Drastia, level 8 Dark Dragon. Man, it had to be a fucking Dark Dragon archetype, right? The two most represented things of all time: the Dark typing or attribute and the Dragon typing. Like, like, I don't think we need any more Dark Dragons, dog. We're done with them. Anyways, whatever. Attack 2400, defense 1500. You only use the first attack. You can target a Doom-Z card you control, destroy it. If you do, special summon this card from your hand, and you can equip one equip spell from your deck to it. Okay, so the theme of this deck appears to be destroying itself and getting equip spells. That sounds like a recipe for a bad deck, but let's see what they do to push this to the max. While this card is equipped with an equip card, quick effect, you can special summon one Wind Machine Ixies monster from your extra deck with a rank equal to this card's level. It is treated as an Ixie summon, and if you do, attach this card and all cards equipped to it to that monster. Wind Machine, you say? Is this Speedroids? Is this Speedroids? No, it's Ixies instead of Synchros. This is the evil Speedroids. They're Ixies instead of. Oh, I don't know why Ixies has to be evil compared to Synchro. I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of cool that you can just do that. It's like a worse Zodiac effect, because obviously Zodiacs you could just do it. You can just slap them on there, but this card has to be equipped with an equipped card first before you can do it. Oh, but you do get to attach the equipped cards to it. That's kind of cool. That's like extra material. Doom-Z 5, Amaltha. They're named after moons. Cool. Dark Dragon effect, level 4, 1600, 1200. You can only use the first second of this card of turn. If this card is normal or special, you can destroy or wait, hold up. If this card is normal or special or destroyed by a card effect. This one specifically says card you control. You can add a Doom-Z monster to your deck to your hand, except for Doom-Z 5 Amaltha. While this card is equipped with an equipped card, you can special. Okay, so they're all just gonna have that, at least for now. Damn, look at that. What the? Oh my god, that's not staying in. That's gonna be a lost art for sure. That's a lost art in the making right there. You can't do that. Not over here in America. Damn, dog. That's a hell of a pose. This is some shit we would be making fun of on comics blogs in like the mid 2010s. the fucking butt and boobs shot. That was so common in comics back then, and like the early, honestly, the 2000s and the 2010s really had a lot of that going on in the comics. Crazy stuff. Doom-Z 7 Alara. A level 4 Dark Dragon effect monster, 1400, 1200. You can only use the first sector 6 return. If this card is normal special, you can destroy by card effect. You can set one Doom-Z spell trap from your deck. They like they saw like how well the Mitsurugi in this card is normal special or tributed work, and they're like, what if we did that but for destruction? I'm down with it, honestly. And then it has the Ixie's monster effect. Cool. I assume we're going to see some of those soon. Man. Green energy, it just looks really cool. Power Patron Machine Doom Z. Oh, that's what the... I didn't look at the English names. Is that what the... Let me look at that. Power Patron. Is that what that owl fuck got called? Yeah, Power Patron. I don't remember what we were calling them before anymore. Oh, Imprisoned Deity. That's right. We were calling them Imprisoned Deity. Now they're Power Patrons. What a lame ass name. Yeah, okay, sure. This is a wind machine. Wind machine. Level 1, 300, 200. Not a tuner though. Damn, would have been helpful if it was a tuner. You can only use the second or third of the card for turn. Can't switch from extra for these monsters. Oh, well, that really fucks it up. Done that. You can target one other effect monster you control, especially for the extra deck. One Doomsy Ixie's monster or Jupiter, the power patron of destruction, with a rank equal to the level of that monster you control by using it as materials. This is treated as an Ixie summon. If you do equip this card you control to it. Sure. If this card is destroyed, you can add a Doomsy card for your deck to your hand. Okay, so that means it makes it a card that actually procs off of being destroyed from the effects of the other fuckers. Okay. And here's the Ixies. Jupiter, the power patron of destruction. You go to him to get more stupider. Rank 10, win machine Ixie's effect monster. You know, something I'm noticing is that none of these are level 10. Anyways. Once per turn, you can also Ixie summon Jupiter, the power patron of destruction, by using a monster you control equipped with 3 or more equip cards. Okay, well that explains that then. I assume you're going to have a lot of equip cards for us to do that with then. 3,500, 2,500, 3 level 10 monsters, so it's going to be hard to make otherwise. If this card is Ixie summon, you can equip any number of appropriate equip spells from your graveyard to it, so then it takes those equip cards and then puts them right back on. Gains 3,000 attack while it has an Ixie's monster as material. Okay, so it kind of wants to be on top of an Ixie's monster. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, especially when a Doomsy monster from your graveyard, and then you can destroy 1 card in the field. Okay, unfortunately, I really like these cards already because their big boss monster has a stupid high attack stat. I'm a sucker for a big attack stat. You make it with an Ixie's monster, and it's got 6,500, and then it has a little pop on it, too. Oh, and it special summons when it pops, too. That's really cool. Yeah, no, I like these guys. What is with me and wind archetypes, dude? Why am I so wind-pilled? I did not know this about me. This is something that I've just been discovering over time. I'm just so wind monster-pilled. I don't know why. All right, here's our cover card guy, the one who's on the cover of the article. Doomsy End, Drastius. So this is the fucker we're making on top of our level 8 guy. 2,700, 18, or 1,500 level, 3 level 8 monsters. You only use the first and third effect of this card once per turn. If this card is 87, you can equip one other face-up monster on the field to it. Alright, that's pretty cool. If the first time this card will be destroyed by a battle or card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. This is going to be sick to rank up into. I don't know what you would use to rank up into this, but there's got to be a way to rank up into this in some deck. That would then be really cool to do. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or in the graveyard, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card and negate that effect if you can equip 1 face-up monster opponent controls to this card. Wow. This is really good. So it's a negate and then it fucking sucks up a monster and builds up to getting your big boss monster on the field for OTK. Wow. I really like this actually. This is a really cool card. Doomsy Break Diactorus. Rank 4, so this is one you can make on those level 4 guys. Wind Machine. 2,400 attack, 0 defense. 2 level 4 monsters, so you can also just make this in any rank 4 deck. You can use the first and second accessory once per turn. It's a special summon you can destroy 1 Doomsy card in your hand or face-up field and destroy 1 monster on the field. Sure. If this card destroy a battle or card effect while it has a Doomsy monster or Medius the Pure as material. Interesting. You can add to your hand or field, send to the graveyard 1 equip spell from your deck. So this is Medius then? Yeah, no, it's him. Is Medius in there? Is Medius gonna be like fucking Vsauce where he's like doing he's doing everything. He's in all the different archetypes for some reason. Because that's just going to make it really confusing. Add it. You can add to your hand or send to the graveyard one equip spell from your great deck. This card seems bad. I mean, it's got a pop on it, and it can pops in the hand too, so it can proc some stuff. So that's like cool, I guess. Now we got a continuous spell. What's going on in this art? It looks like Medius is fighting off these two guys, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't really look like any of them, unless I guess that's what they look like with their helmets off. Maybe? I don't know. I cannot tell what's going on in here. Okay, Doomsday Raider, a continuous spell card. You can only use you can only use one of the first and second base cards per turn, and only once that turn. Damn, okay. During your main phase, you can destroy one other Doomsday card in your hand or face-up field, and then add to your hand or special summon a Doomsday monster from your deck. You can't special summon the rest of the turn except for Xyz monsters. Okay, cool. If this card is destroyed by card effects, you can target one face-up monster on the field, destroy it. So I guess if you don't want a face-up monster on the field to be destroyed, you wait to proc this after they've used the first effect, but I feel like you probably pop this regardless. You just take the L on that one, and you don't let them fucking gain double advantage by popping a Doomsday card to proc its effect, and then also special summon a fucker. Like, that's crazy. Doomsday Command Doom Dirge. Well, I guess they don't have the E for Dirge, so it's Doom Durg, I guess. Equip spell. Is this our only... Hold up. There's no way that's our only equip spell. What the fuck? Are you fucking shitting me, dude? This entire deck is built on equip spells, and this is the only one? And none of the monsters do anything when they're equipped. Huh. Once returned in the standby phase, inflict 500 damage to the equipped monster's controller. Oh, so it damages you too. Awesome. A Doomsday monster equipped with this card or a Wind Machine Xyz monster that has this as material gains these effects. Is there any other... Oh, yeah, there is. There's this... Nope, he's a Doomsday too. Doomsday. This guy, Jupiter, the Power Patron of Destruction. He's not a Doomsday. I was like, what? Okay. No, there we go. Gains these effects. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, quick effect, you can destroy one other face-up card you control. Also, until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to its own level rank times 100. It can attack directly, and if it battles, destroy it at the end of the damage step. So, destroy a face-up card you control. Until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to its own level rank times 100. Can attack directly, and if it battles, destroy it at the end of the damage step. And I assume that it includes attacking directly. But that's an optional effect you can activate when it suits you. Otherwise, it just gives you the ability to blank all targeting, which is pretty nice, honestly. Considering that you can attach this to the guy who has a negate that also sucks up a monster. That's pretty good. And it also says the first time this card we destroy a battle or card effect is not... Oh, shit. Which would include the Doom Dirge effect. If that's the first time it's to be destroyed that turn, it won't be. And, you know, without the ability to target, that reduces the amount of chances to be destroyed. Okay. Alright. Cool. No, this guy equips other monsters. He doesn't grab one of the equip spells from the deck. But, you know, this guy does. Diactorus does. And, whatever the fuck. A lot of these cards can get you equip spells, is what I'm trying to say. Thing is, A lot of these cards need equip spells to do the rank up. What does Drastia do again? It destroys and then special summons it, and you equip spell from your deck, like just directly from the deck to it. Okay. And this is a quick effect. That's cool. I don't know why you would leave it on the field though. Like it is, like sure it's a quick effect that can help you dodge shit. But I feel like leaving it on the field without it is just like nothing. It's just not. It doesn't do anything until you turn it into an Xyz monster. And then it equips the... So... it says attach, so I assume it means as material and not equip. Yeah, no, it says you can equip. So if it was equipping... So it attached the equipped card, and there's only 3 equip cards in the deck. I feel like you're going to run out of equip spells pretty quickly if you're burning through them this fast, right? Am I crazy? I feel like you need another, like just one more at least, in archetype equip spell to power this engine, or else it's not going to have any repeatability. Maybe we'll get that in the second wave. This is just the first wave. Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens in the second wave. Let's see what happens in this normal trap card too. You can only use the first second of return. Target a Doomsday Xyz monster you control. Equip this card to it as an equip card with this effect. Oh, this is an equip card, I guess. It takes a while though. It's not searchable as one, so your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand except by drawing them. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Dog, you can't do that. No. No, dude. No. No, you made a fucking troll. At least it's on the field. At least it's on the field and you can interact with it. Oh god, at least it's on the field and you can interact with it. Fuck me, dude. If this card is destroyed by card effects, you could target a face-up monster on the field, equip one Doomsday monster from your deck to it. So it replaces itself as an equip spell, like as like a number to get to that big guy. That's nice, I guess. You might actually play this one in the deck. I was expecting, like, normally you might play one of the normal trap, but you usually don't play them very often in these kinds of decks. But this one, the fact that it's just an in-archetype floodgate, that is, it is Droll. Like, Droll is a format-defining card. This might actually see a decent amount of play. You might even play more than one copy. All right, so now we have a bunch of new Art Mage support. This is our second wave Art Mage support. So we've got a new Theorealize Overdrive. It's a quick play spell. It's got pretty art on there too. You can only use the first 6 experiment once return. Target a Medius the Pure in your graveyard or banish it. Special summon it. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a face-up monster you control. Declare a level from 1 to 10. This level becomes a declared level until the end of the turn. I don't remember if that's important at all. What does that matter? Medius, right? It's Medius. What am I? Medius, not Medias. Because you know when you Medias, you make a meaty out of, you make an ass out of meaty and I don't know. Let me stop while I'm ahead. Art Mage. I don't remember these Art Mages caring about the level. I don't think they do. They really don't seem to. Art Mage. Your opponent cannot target level 6 or lower Art Mages you control with card effects. Is that why? Is it for Fine Melt? That's a really weird thing. That would be really weird if that was the case. I swear to God, there was another Theo Realize. Yeah, it's just called Theo Realize, apparently. I guess you're just giving them every single way to morph the guy you can. Maybe it... Oh, wait, you know what? It does matter. It matters for this deck. Because this deck has all sorts of stuff involving that. Granted, I don't know how that would work. What was Medius's level? Yeah, he's already a 4, so it doesn't really matter, because that's the only one he can make anyways. It's like he doesn't have the effect to make the other fuckers. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna try and understand this card because I don't think it's meant to be understood. It gets, especially some of the Medius. That's pretty cool. All right, Archmage movement. Here's them fighting with the big Doom Dragon. It feels a very weird setup here. We've got the fucking Magic School versus the Doom Dragon boys. What? Archmage movement Keto or lineage. Archmage movement lineage. Normal spell, you can only use the first deck of turn. You cannot special summon an extra deck for the rest the turn you activate either of these cards' effects except for fusion monsters. Okay. So this is one of those branded fusion, like seeing the future or seeing the past, like locks. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon an Archmage monster from your deck in defensive position with a different name from the card you control. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of Archmage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. Jesus Christ, I named it that? Archmage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. They did. They did. What the fuck? You can add an Archmage trap for your graveyard or banishment to your hand. Sure. This card is bad. This card has an absurd lock on it. It only works if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. And then the other effect only works if you already have an Archmage trap in your graveyard or banishment. Awful. Terrible card. Alright, let's see what the new trap card is, though. Archmage Peripetea Turmoil. Normal trap. You can only use the first and second experiment once per turn. Can't special summon an extra deck for the rest of the turn after you activate either of this card's effects as a fusion monster. So that's the same obscene lock. Target a monster in your opponent's graveyard. Return on an Archmage card monster you control to the hand or extra deck. And if you do, special summon the targeted monster to your field, but its effects are negated. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of Archmage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis, you can add an Archmage spell from your graveyard or banishment to your hand. Okay, so it's like the reverse of that other card, which makes it also bad. What? Why? Why are these like this? What do the Archmage cards do that would make you want to do this? None of these are like, you want to have your opponent's monster on the field. It's not like fucking vampires. I guess it helps you get 3 or more different monster types on the field for Diactoros. I don't understand these at all. These cards don't make any sense, like, design-wise. Like, the way they are designed feels insane to me. They don't make any sense. Why are these cards printed? They don't serve any purpose. They lock you, they do something you don't care about, and then they do a second thing that you don't care about. That's not entirely true. They do something you care about, like they special summon an Archmage from the deck in defense position. That's pretty good. With a different name from card you control, that's fine. But like they have these like weird conditions. Like, you already have the most insane condition of all time. You're already giving me the branded condition. Why do I need to have this condition too that relies on my opponent doing something first? What if my opponent only needs one monster on the field? I guess like 0 monsters is less than 1, but like if that's the case, I'm gonna need a little bit more than special summon an Archmage from the deck in defense position. Like, all I'm saying is other decks get to E-Telly for free. And this deck has a lock and a requirement. Why does it have that? And then this. Why does it say deck? Why can't it get it from the deck? Why does it have to be from graveyard or banishment? Do these other ones say that? No. No. No, they have graveyard effects that are actually like things that you care about. I don't know. This one honestly seems more useful than the other one because if I remember, like, do the Archmage traps actually do anything? Banish a card from your graveyard, target an Archmage. That's the thing though. If you banish it, then can it get it from the banishment? Okay, it can. Good. And that's the only one. That's the only one. So like this one is getting this or this. We've already established this one does nothing, right? It grabs a monster from the opponent's graveyard, returns an Archmage monster you control to the hand or extra deck, and then special summons the targeted monster to your field, but its effects are negated. Why? Why do I want that? Why do I want that? Why? Why would I want that? What in my opponent's grave could possibly be worth me giving up an Archmage monster already on the field to summon it negated? No effects. The deck does not care about that. I guess what it does for you is that it puts them back into the hand so you can summon them again and maybe proc something. Doesn't even make them... Look, all these say if you control an Archmage monster, you can summon this card from your hand. Why doesn't it make them an Archmage card? Why doesn't this card say summon it and then it becomes an Archmage card? And then you can summon your fucker from the hand again. That would make sense. That would make sense. I guess it gets them out of the graveyard so the opponent can't use them for shit. But like, I don't know, man. I don't want to set a trap for that. I could just DD Crow. I guess it's like an in-archetype way of doing that, but man, I feel like I'm not going to play this card at all. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. Like, I'm not going to play that. This card's a little bit better, especially since an Archmage monster or Medius appear from the deck. It's for us to turn activation cards that affect include a fusion summon cannot be negated, and opponent can activate cards or effects when a monster is fusion summoned this way. So that's like not bad. And it has a banish effect that can target an Archmage monster and return that card to the hand actually, and destroy the card your opponent controls. There's actually something to do with it. Instead of like, it is like DD Crow, I guess. But it's not like DD Crow though. It's like Spell Card Monster Reborn. Is that what I think that's the full name? It's Spell Card. Come on. Let me just try Monster Reborn. I think I've made it angry. I think I've made Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Deck angry with all the searches. This is just not going to work for me. but like what I'm saying is like that card is a quick effect that allows you to special summon a monster from an opponent's graveyard. Nobody uses it. Nobody uses it. This is in archetype, which means it's searchable, which is a little better. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it, considering it locks you into fusion monsters. I mean, the deck wants to fusion summon, but that's a pretty stiff price to pay. At least it's just for that turn. It doesn't lock you for 2 turns. Yeah, here is spell card, Monster Reborn. Target a monster in either graveyard, special into your field, but the rest of the turn it cannot attack. Neither player can activate its effects. I guess you can make it attack in this case. It's just effects are negated. But it can get your spells back, and that's like a little bit more robust than what the spell is able to do. I do like the trap better than the spell. I'm going to put that out there. I like the trap better than the spell. I think the trap has more application, as a better spell card, Monster Reborn, because it gives you potential material while also clearing out the opponent's graveyard. Granted, if you use that material, you're going to have to put it back in the opponent's graveyard for them to potentially use again. But, you know, maybe it's not a quick effect. And you can kill them that turn. I don't know. Meanwhile, this one, just delete this. And I think this card would be fine. Great. It would be a pretty good card if you deleted all that. Hell, you could just delete one of them. You could keep this shit and delete this. Or you could keep this and delete this. Like, why does it have to have both? Oh wow, the second effect also triggers the fusion lock. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. I can't believe you did. And it only like works if you use if you specifically are discarding it for this thing. Which means if the opponent outs your field spell, these cards don't do anything in the hand, or they don't do anything like for that to get it back. Like this gets you an Archmage spell back, but it doesn't get you the field spell back because if you don't have the field spell, you're fucked. It can get you the second copy of the field spell back, I guess. Or I guess the first copy if you have the second copy already. Oh man, these cards are whack. These new Archmage cards are fucking whack. I don't get them at all. I don't think they're going to be very good. I like this Doom Z though. Let's get back to Doom Z because I like them a lot more. We'll finish talking about something I actually like. I think these guys are interesting. I was joking about them being like the Dark Dragons and like, but they don't really play into the existing dragons at all, I don't think, because they lock you into wind machines a lot. I mean, you could maybe do something stupid where you can play one of these fuckers, maybe this fucker, Drastia. Get Drastia on the field somehow. I don't know exactly how. Equip the equip spell to it, and then make Drastius. And then Drastius is just like a house. But I feel like Dragon Link already has 10 million cards that do that exact same role anyways, like the Full Metal Dragon stuff. So I don't think that's really going to be a huge impact on the Dragon Link deck. Moreover, I think this is a really interesting, cool deck. And I like it. I love wind decks. I don't know what to tell you. It's a Year of the Wind, baby. And these guys are heralding it because I think this is these actually have a lot of potential. I'm really looking forward to a second wave. I hope the second wave can really shore up some of the weaknesses. I think the biggest weakness is the lack of equip spells currently. I think you need more than one. Like I just think you need more than one. 3 copies of one equip spell is not going to cut it in a deck that's going to burn through equip spells this quickly. I know that Jupiter can get them back, but that's not enough. And I do not do not come in here and tell me to run generic equip spells. I will not do it. I will not do it. I simply will not. This deck is going to go crazy in Master Duel, though. They still have Isolde there, right? Or did they recently ban it? Did they finally ban Isolde? I don't remember. Master Duel's ban list is hard to keep track of. For me. Because I don't play it. I did the, I like to do the little bundles. Whenever Master Duel gets a bundle, I like to do it because I like to get the exclusive accessories. And, you know, I get to pull some cards and see, like, if I can play it with a more modern deck. So I did the new recent Malice accessory bundle. I got my accessories and all that. And in that 10 pull that they gave me, I pulled exactly one Malice card. Malice in Underground. It is a UR. I did not pull a single other Malice card, including the NRs, which appear to be like short printed or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just unlucky as fuck. I didn't get any of the spell traps, the traps I mean, that are like NR. I didn't get any of the SRs. I didn't get any UR except for exactly Malice in Underground. So I don't think I'm going to be playing Malice anytime soon in Master Duel. Because it hates me. It hates me so much. And that's mutual. But I think these guys ranking up like this is really interesting. Trying to make equip cards something that you want to play is cool. I wish they benefited more from being destroyed. I mean, I guess it procs their effects. What am I talking about? They all proc off of being destroyed, even like in hand. It's actually kind of weird that there's I don't know. I think I said finally a guy who gets proc off of being destroyed. I don't know why I said that. I just forgot that they all proc off being destroyed. What I was looking for was actually more ways to destroy cards. It feels like there's not actually that many ways to destroy cards in this deck that wants to have their cards destroyed. But there's a couple in the spell traps. I don't know. I wonder what you can combine this with. Not too much, though, because it is pretty xenophobic. Particularly for Ixies. Which, you know, that does mean you can do one thing with it. Sharvara. You can do a little Unchained package, theoretically, in here. The thing of it is, though, is that you don't really have a good way to get into an Unchained package. There's no fiends in the deck. If there were fiends in the deck, then maybe you could go into, like, you use your fiends to get into, you know the line at this point, the fucking Unchained Soul guy who then can go into, can grab you Sharvara, and then you can make, that's a Link monster too. But these guys, I don't remember any of them having a, yeah, it's I think all these are for the rest of the turn locks instead of devastating lock like the Armedia cards have. So with these, I feel like, oh no, they have a fucking floodgate in their archetype, which I don't think is cool, but it certainly helps them be stronger. They have fucking Droll. They have a fucking in-archetype Droll unlock. Like, just, I mean, it's actually worse than Droll because, well, in some ways, because Droll you have to activate after they've already done one search. This one you activate in their draw phase and they can't do a search. There's not even a single search for for those guys. The thing is, though, you can out it just by having spell trap removal, but you know, you have to get the spell trap removal without being able to search it. So I guess we'll see how that goes. And with this and the MST archetype, which ironically would be able to get out of that lock, there's a lot of really good really promising, I would say. Not good yet. I don't think either of these I would say is good. I think these have a better shot than the MST archetype, but promising. I think they're both promising decks that, like, with a couple of good cards in the second wave could really do some damage. So are we looking at a Year of the Wind? I don't know. I kind of feel like we might be finally at the Year of the Wind. I don't know. But that is more than enough of my thoughts on these cards. I will... God damn. We really went for an hour and 14. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards to cover. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of all these cards down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hey there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleakill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.